If I gave you a euro, but I tell you it's only worth 60 cents, you'd be a little outraged, right? Well, that's exactly how much your euro gets you when it's spent on defense. The reason why is fragmentation. Europe operates 14 different types of tanks. The United States operates one. Europe flies 15 types of fighter jets. The Americans, they fly a handful. Every single one of these defense equipments has its own production lines, its own supply chains, its own spare parts, its own maintenance regime, 14 times the overhead in the case of tanks. This is why the Kiel Institute finds that Europe gets 30 to 40% less bang for its buck on defense. With 520 billion euros spent of all European NATO member states, this is as if you took Germany's entire defense budget and just made it disappear. And this inefficiency is a political choice, and mostly it comes down to serving your constituencies. Defense money is jobs money. When a government decides not to spend the money at home, it has to go to its factory in its town and explain why that's the case. And then there's the paperwork that comes with this. Slovakia's former defense minister Martin Sklenar described to us that if a Slovak company decided that it wanted to do business with all of Europe, not just for Slovakia, that it wouldn't just need a stamp of approval from its own government, but it would then have to do that 26 times over for all EU member states. One product, 27 different approvals. And this entire process doesn't just cost more, but it leaves Europeans less safe. If NATO's eastern flank is attacked, it means that defense equipment has to make its way westward to that eastern flank. This means it has to cross railways, roads, bridges. And here, due to fragmentation as well, there's no common standard for this infrastructure, which means that a tank crossing a bridge in France could get stuck and never make its way to Poland. The EU's answer to this is the Mobility Military Fund, or the Military Schengen. It's worth 1.7 billion euros. But the Commission estimates that it actually needs 100 billion euros. For 30 years, fragmentation was tolerable inefficiency, because at the end of the day, we could all backstop to the American supply chain. But under this Trump administration, it is no longer a minor inconvenience. It is an existential crisis.